From the Slimmerland Furniture Studio, this is 95.3 WBEV Beaver Dam, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Waking up your neighborhood with what's happening. It's Hometown Today on your hometown station, 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
Well, hello and welcome to Hometown Today on your hometown station, 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. We are also streaming live on Daily Dodge TV. If you use the search bar in your YouTube app or browser or whatever you prefer, you can just look up Daily Dodge TV, 3 separate words, hit subscribe and hit that bell notification to make sure that you are notified every time we are live, whether that be prep sports this weekend, Hometown Today. We have the hires coming on at 11:10. Anything we are streaming, you will get notified if you do hit that very helpful bell icon. Hometown Today is brought to you by McKinstry's Home Furnishings in beautiful historic downtown Beaver Dam. Year after year, McKinstry's has celebrated each and every Friday the 13th, as it is today, with an incredible sale. Today, that tradition does continue. At McKinstry's Home Furnishings in downtown Beaver Dam, you can get incredible savings on every item in every department, with savings up to 80% off. For example, a Lazy Boy recliner for only $313, a reclining sofa only $913, sofas, recliners, mattresses, dining sets, area rugs, decorative accessories, and more. They've got it all, and it's all on sale, discounted today. So today is your lucky day. Please take advantage of free layaway and no interest financing until the month of March. Make 13 your lucky number today only. The Friday the 13th sale featuring sensational savings at McKinstry's Home Furnishings, celebrating 166 years in downtown Beaver Dam. We are also brought to you by Professional Floor Covering, your floor and so much more. Randy and his team over there at 713 Park Avenue in Beaver Dam can be contacted by either calling this number, 920-887-9972, or going to this website, proflr.com. They also have Pro Edge Sharpening, a division of professional floor covering. You can sharpen anything with an edge. Sharpen it. Do not toss it. It is likely a durable good. You just have to take care of it. And Randy and his team there at Pro Edge Sharpening are there to help you. Also, a reminder, we will be hosting a celebration of life for our very own Bill McCullum today from 4 to 7 at the American Legion right here in Beaver Dam. The public is more than welcome to attend, mingle, interact with us. We will all be there. I myself will be there. Feel free to come and tell your stories to us. We'd love to get to know a lot of you more, just as you knew him. You will be able to view the private services for Uncle Bill on dailydodge.com beginning at 2 o'clock today. So in about 5-ish hours, the video will go up for that, and then you can meet us at the American Legion here in Beaver Dam from 4 p.m. until 7 p.m. We would love to see as many of you out there as possible, especially his fans. In the beginning of this 9 o'clock hour, we will be speaking with Deanna Springer from Downtown Beaver Dam Incorporated. And then in the back half, we will be talking to Sam Hensler for Weiner and Kraut Day. That and so much more coming up on Hometown Today on your hometown station, 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
It's Randy from Professional Floor Covering, making sure you don't miss what's happening in your hometown. It's Hometown Today on your hometown station, 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
And welcome back to Hometown Today on this wonderful Friday, the 13th, here on your hometown station, 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. Also streaming live on Daily Dodge TV. We are brought to you by both McKinstry's Home Furnishing, celebrating 166 years in beautiful historic downtown Beaver Dam, and Professional Floor Covering. Randy and his team will make sure that your floor and so much more end up the way you would like it to at 713 Park Avenue in Beaver Dam, proflr.com. Their number, 920-887-9972. And for the first half of the 9 o'clock hour, I am joined by Deanna Springer from Downtown Beaver Dam Inc. Deanna, thank you for taking the time out of your day to come in, and you brought gifts.
Thanks,
got pumpkins
Corey.
on
Yeah,
the
we
table.
brought our pumpkins. It's pumpkin season.
Yes, I know. I'm looking forward to fall. Is fall your favorite season?
Oh, I love all four seasons in Wisconsin. We're so fortunate to have such versatile weather in Wisconsin. So I love all seasons.
Okay, that's fair. We were arguing like in a little group chat earlier today, and like some people in this office are like, summer is by far the best. Fall reminds you that winter's on the way. I love fall. I love sweatshirt weather. The 55, 60 range is great. So I'm looking forward to it. That's
Fall's
for
a
sure.
great season for sure.
And a lot to look forward to this fall in downtown Beaver Dam. Before we go into that, Deanna, could you kind of just give us your background? And then you answered this for me just a little bit before we went on the air, but the difference between Beaver Dam or Downtown Beaver Dam Inc. and the Chamber and how they kind of work together.
Sure. I'm Deanna Springer from the Nancy Zeman Sewing Studio. My sisters and I, the Stitch It Sisters, manage the Nancy Zeman Sewing Studio and Quilt Shop in downtown Beaver Dam. And once we opened the shop in downtown Beaver Dam in 2021, we got involved with the Beaver Dam Chamber and, how can we help? So DBDI is an affiliate of the Chamber, so a part of the Chamber, and DBDI focuses on downtown, making downtown a great place to live, work, and play. And there's so much wonderful things going on downtown, wonderful restaurants, great shops, and it falls a great time to come and see all that's going on downtown.
A little over a year ago today, I actually moved into Beaver Dam on, I believe it was September 11th. Lease started the 1st, but first day was the 11th. And I noticed right away, like with Fall Downtown Fest, which we'll preview in a little bit, the wine walks, then obviously you get into the holiday season. It's like, wow, they do a really good job, especially like in this fourth quarter of the year of, Beaver Dam has a lot going on. And then that continued into January and February and March, and then it was summer,
April.
and I'm like, oh, they always do things downtown.
All year round.
Yeah, so
Right.
You guys do a great job of just keeping everybody busy, and it feels like there's always something to look forward to.
Thank you. We're driving the bus, but it's really volunteers, community volunteers coming together and producing the events.
That is awesome stuff. And the first event that we want to highlight is a wine walk on September 20th, and that is a week from today.
The annual wine walk is only 1 week away, and that's an annual event hosted by the Beaver Dam Chamber. And you get to go business to business and taste a little wine at each establishment. So it's a fun time. It's only once a year, and I look forward to it all year long. And you can get involved, purchase your tickets at the Chamber, go to the Beaver Dam Chamber website, or call the Chamber and get involved before the tickets run out. So the public is invited. It's a public event. You just need to pre-register and purchase your ticket.
From a business perspective, how do the different businesses that are involved and considered stops, like looking forward to next year, maybe someone's hearing this right now, how do they get involved and become one of those destinations?
Right. Just get in touch with the Chamber, become a Chamber member, and join Downtown Beaver Dam Inc. As a member, and you'll have lots of membership benefits. And the Chamber has so many offerings all year long for opportunities to bring awareness to the businesses. And it's an asset. Tracy and Shannon and Libby and team are doing such a great job welcoming new businesses, promoting current businesses, and the Wine Walk is one way to do that. And we have lots of people come into our store. The Nancy Zeman Sewing Studio and Quilt Shop is a stop on the Wine Walk next Friday, the 20th, September 20th. And a lot of people come in that haven't stopped in before, and they see everything that we have to offer. So that's our opportunity to invite people into the store, have a little snack, have a little wine, and learn about our shop. We have fabrics and sewing machines and classes. So each one of the businesses on the Wine Walk can showcase what their business or organization has to offer.
I never even thought of that end of it, like the business end. Obviously, there is benefit to getting boots on the ground, get someone through the door for the first time, but then you could talk to them, and all of a sudden you have kind of a positive association of like, It's a pretty good wine there in September. Maybe I'll stop by and see what's going on sewing-wise, or if you're in a knick-knack store or anything like that. All of a sudden, maybe you're more familiar with a business than you were before you stopped in.
Right, and you're with a group of people too, and people just having fun. And it's an evening event, so it's the first event in downtown that's in the fall in the evening, and it's just fun to get out on the cool evenings. You like the cool weather.
Oh, yeah.
And go shop to shop, organization to organization, and you'll meet all kinds of people. You run into people that you haven't seen in a while. It's a great time.
That is awesome stuff. And then we look into the beginning of October. It doesn't stop there. There's a craft and vendor market. Now, I know the Saturday market. I go down to there pretty often, and actually do
the farmers market.
Or the farmers market. Yeah. Sorry. They call it that in my other hometown, and I'm like stuck with that.
It
verbiage.
is. It's a lot. There's a lot at the farmers market each Saturday. And this is a special craft and vendor market happening October 5th at the Beaver Dam Area Community Theater, so we know it as BDACT. And they're offering their space to Downtown Beaver Dam Inc. to host this fundraising event. And we have vendors lined up, people like Sensi and all different home parties that you know about, and also some crafts. So you'll be able to start your fall shopping early. Maybe you want the latest candles or the latest scents. Lots of gifts too. So it's free admission.
Awesome.
It's on October 5th. Starting at 10 a.m. and ends at 2 p.m. And we'll have a lot of fun, and we'll have some prize drawing giveaway baskets so you can have a chance to win. And it's a fundraiser, so it's really going to help support everything that DBDI does to make Downtown Beaver Dam a great place to live, work, and play. And you can learn more at the Downtown Beaver Dam Inc. Facebook page.
Perfect. And that's, I'm sure, where everyone can find out, what vendors are going to be there, what are some more details, what can I expect to see? But ultimately, the best way to figure that out is to show up to it in a couple of weeks.
Right. Just show up at 10 a.m. October 5th at BDACT, second floor. And elevators are there available.
Awesome. And this next one is something I've had circled on my calendar since this is like the first thing I did in Beaver Dam. Again, I moved in mid-September last year. And one of the first big events that WBEV went to was Fall Downtown Fest. We made an entire day out of it. And we were in the legendary casket races. It didn't end up going in our favor. I think we won one, and then we lost the next two. So it was a quick exit. But that is a phenomenal event. If you could kind of just do an umbrella of everything going on that day.
And I brought the events poster to share today, and you'll see these on all the participating businesses in downtown. But this is just a snapshot. You can learn more at visitbeaverdam.com. As you talked about, you'll have a chance for redemption at the casket races. It starts at 10 a.m. and ends at 3 p.m. on Saturday, October 26th, and it's the Fall Downtown Fest. It's a full day of family events. You talked about the casket races. That's really gaining a lot of
big crowds.
Interest. A lot of interest online, too. Like 8,000 people are interested in it. And people are commenting online from California saying, whoa, we don't have this here. Wisconsin's a pretty special place to be. So, there's a $1,000 top prize for the fastest casket, and you talked about the different heats. So that will be in the afternoon at Fall Downtown Fest. Right away, we kick off at 10 a.m. with trick-or-treating. So you go shop to shop, organization to organization, and even maybe some trunk-or-treats. Maybe there'll be some unique classic cars around where you can trick-or-treat right out of the trunk. We'll have the Witches Dance. Of course, the Witches Dance is an annual event at the Fall Downtown Fest, and you can learn more and get involved with that. We want to hit 100 witches and warlocks dancing this year, so visit the Downtown Beaver Dam Inc. Facebook page, go to the chamber, visit beaverdam.com, and see when we'll be rehearsing the Witches and Warlocks dance. And you can also rehearse at home online and then just show up. We'll post a schedule of events coming up soon, at what times all the different events will be. Of course, we'll have scarecrows on parade. We decorate the downtown with scarecrows. And we're having a porch decorating contest. The entry deadline is October 19th. We have first, second, and third prizes of gift certificates. And there's a monster bar crawl for the adults. So live music in the evening, costume drinks, and specials 5 to 11 p.m. And of course, costume contests for kids games, food trucks. The vendor market starts at 9 a.m. at the Watermark. In the farmers market, as you mentioned, is at 8 again that day.
Let's go. Right before it starts, I'll be there.
So much going on. So much going on. And a lot of activities, pumpkin bowling. All of the organizations are coming together and performing and also providing entertainment for the whole family.
That's a huge event, and it's going on for a long time if you count the farmers market and then go all the way to the Monster Bar Crawl. That's an 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. ordeal. I challenge someone out there to try everything. There is a lot to do. You could probably spend the entire 10 to 3 time frame there, and outside of the Monster Bar Crawl and the farmers market and the vendor market, like try to do everything, and you might have trouble covering it all. That's how you're not going to get bored.
You try it, yeah.
There's a lot to do on October 26th. The witch thing is fun too. So
The
my
witches
hometown
dance.
is Kenosha, and we're right by Salem. So you can imagine they had fun with that idea, right?
Oh, for sure.
But
For
that's
sure.
awesome.
Yes, you'll see it's choreographed, and it's a super easy dance.
Nice.
Witches dance is a super easy dance. The first year I did it, and I even had a sore knee going on after the Great Wisconsin Quilt Show.
Oh,
and
geez.
it was so easy to do. You're just kind of stepping around and turning, but it's really fun to see it all choreographed. Get involved. It's really fun.
Well, that's good to know that if someone's kind of worried about, it being too difficult, it's not, but it looks awesome once it all comes together.
Right. And it's just fun to get together, wear your witch's hat or your warlock costume, and just have fun. Have fun. A whole day of fun.
Outside of the holiday parade, I don't know which one would take the cake there. That is the most crowded I have seen this area. Fall Downtown Fest, you are not able to see Spring Street. It is just, especially with the races and the dancing witches and everything going on, it is just a flood of people.
Right, and
Get
it's
to meet a
Front
lot of
Street
people,
too. And
Yeah.
Front Street and Spring Street are closed for that entire day. So you have the freedom of walking around and just enjoying the downtown and the welcoming the fall.
That is awesome stuff. Well, we will cover a little bit more about Fall Downtown Fest after the break. I am speaking with Deanna Springer from Downtown Beaver Dam Inc. We'll also be talking about the holiday parade. It might seem early, but that's less than 3 months away, and a lot of planning and details go into that. This is Hometown Today on your hometown station, 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
And welcome back to Hometown Today on your hometown station, 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. We are also streaming live on YouTube on the Daily Dodge TV YouTube channel. Hometown Today is brought to you by Professional Floor Covering, your floor and so much more. Randy and his team over at 713 Park Avenue in Beaver Dam are here to help you. You can go to proflr.com or call this number, 920-887-9972. Also, make sure you make a stop over at McKinstry's Home Furnishings. Friday the 13th sale. Everything is pretty much on sale today as they are celebrating 166 years in downtown Beaver Dam. I am still here with Deanna Springer of Downtown Beaver Dam Inc., and we were talking about probably my favorite event so far of the year. I'm still debating, is it the Holiday Parade? It's Fall Downtown Fest. Those are two great choices, and that's what we'll be covering here in the next few minutes.
Right, it's Friday the 13th, so it's a great day to talk about the Fall Downtown Fest, right?
I like it, and you and I were talking before about, any call to actions, like things people can still sign up for. You are looking for more participants in the casket races.
We are growing the casket races, so we're on track to have a dozen teams like we had last year, but we're always looking for more. So you can head over to the beaverdamchamber.com website and click on events and read all the rules and register your team for the casket races. So you want a group of people, and it's fun if you get a theme together.
Yes.
So you can see at the Beaver Dam Chamber Facebook page the videos from last year. They're amazing. All the different theme teams. There's a Ghostbuster theme. That's a really fun theme. We've had the Addams Family
awesome.
The first year. So get a team together, figure out a theme, and what is the radio station doing for their theme?
Whoa. Sherry Sackett,
Is it
am I allowed
secret?
to share this?
Is it,
I
is
might
it breaking
keep that
news?
under wraps. I'm
Okay,
gonna trust
it's
you
a
to keep that
secret.
Yeah.
It's a secret.
That is more incentive to go to find out what we are.
That's part of it, right?
Yep.
It's competitive. You and your other casket teams will launch that morning of the casket races when you line up on South Spring Street, and each team has a little pit. Think about like the NASCAR
Everyone
races.
gets to stop by
right?
and kind of check them out.
And everybody can walk by and look at the caskets and see the team theme, and you can even vote for your favorite team. So there's still time to sign up for you to have your own casket racing team. And it's really fun. It's a great day, a family event, and shout out to Ben Shire and the Boy Scouts and the Scouts for managing that event. And like you said, there's different heats, so you'll go up against each other in elimination, and we'll have some first, second, third prize winners.
There we go. And I'm trying to think of some of the themes last year. Okay, I will give a hint. We were Radio's Not Dead last year, so there was blood all over the casket. We're going to have to scrub every bit of that off or cover it because we are not red at all this year. We are almost the opposite.
Oh, there's a clue.
Yeah, so there's a clue. All right, I'll keep people in on that, but we're not going to give the whole thing away. And we do have a just as big, if not a bigger event. I think those two kind of compete with each other every year in terms of the crowds they draw. The Holiday Parade is on Saturday, December 7th, so a couple weeks before Christmas itself, from 5 to 6:30 p.m., and that's another one where there's a lot of people participating. I think there were around 50 last year in it.
Could be 50 entries into it. And you can join into the parade. Visit DBDI's Facebook page or Downtown Beaver Dam Inc's website. In the chamber, contact the chamber, Beaver Dam Chamber. Remember that DBDI is an affiliate of the Chamber, Beaver Dam Chamber. So if you want to enter the Holiday Parade, and it's always the first Saturday in December, it's easy to remember. Fall Downtown Fest is the last Saturday of October. The Holiday Parade is the first Saturday in December. So December 7th is this year, right?
Yes.
And it's a festival of lights. So you can, the theme this year is music. Ooh. So you'll pick a theme, a song, perhaps.
We've got some work to do. We're a radio station. We better pick a good song.
Right. You have a lot of options. And then your parade entry can be decorated and have that music to represent what your music theme is. So it's a lot of fun, as you said. A lot of people gather downtown, starting on Spring Street starting on Front Street, and then turn the corner to Spring Street and beyond. And it's it's dark, in the evening in December, and all of the lights. The Christmas lights, the windows are all decorated and lit up, and then all of the parade entries. It's just spectacular, a great way to kick off the holiday season.
I know I was kind of sprinting behind our SUV last year, and I was before I realized, or after I realized, like, all right, you need to keep up, Corey. Like, you can't give a piece of candy to every
Not
child.
everyone.
Yeah,
Right,
which
right.
is horrible. I felt
Right.
so bad. You kind of just have to grab a bunch and like throw them towards an area and just say sorry if anyone doesn't
Right.
get it. But I think I smiled that whole event. Like,
Exactly.
that is such a cool thing to be
And
part
what
of.
were you wearing? Did you have an elf costume on?
Yes, I had a little hat on our Daily Dodge TV stream, which we'll be doing again this year. You could see me running around trying to give every little kid a piece of candy with my little elf hat on.
Yeah. So thank you, and McKinstry's for broadcasting that holiday parade.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun. We plan to do it. We've done it every year in years past, and we plan to do it for the foreseeable future as well. Deanna, before we do get going today, what if someone wants to get involved with either the Chamber or Downtown Beaver Dam Inc? How could they go about making that outreach?
It's so easy to get involved. Just stop by the Chamber, call the Chamber, the Beaver Dam area Chamber, email them, find them on Facebook or social media. However you engage, we're ready to accept your help. And we have volunteer positions that are just a couple hours, 3 hours long, helping us with mailings or working on the streets in downtown Beaver Dam for the Fall Downtown Fest, parade marshals and parade guides we're looking for the holiday parade. So there are lots of opportunities behind the scenes and right in the middle of the scenes for all of the DBDI and Beaver Dam events.
I know we combed through kind of the end of 2024. I'm sure you guys have already been planning for the next year. There's a lot on the horizon, I assume.
A lot of annual events happening
Okay.
always. So we always have April Earth Day, and then August is Dog Days of Summer, and then we go into the Fall Downtown Fest. Just a few of the DBDI events, and of course the Chamber has even more events that we enjoy helping with. So it's a great affiliation.
I'm seeing Wisconsin Arts and Peony Festival as well, so there's just
In
plenty
June.
to look forward to. I mean, that's,
Right.
that's bridging
There's
the gap
something,
right there. Yep.
There's something going on every season.
That is awesome. I have one question to ask you about Fall Downtown Fest, since that one keeps sticking in my head, probably because we're just obsessed with the casket races here. Do you have a favorite theme that you've seen over the years? Like, I saw Ghostbusters, I saw Aliens last year. Is there like one or two that stuck out to you?
Yeah, and you're talking about families and the casket racing teams coming dressed themed. The Addams Family casket race was spectacular, but it's so adorable. We see families come dressed as the Incredibles, the Disney Incredibles, or Superman and Superwoman in the little kiddos in the little super baby outfits. So everyone does such a great job with getting creative and coming together with their family and friends with a theme costume. So, and of course the witches, the witches dance, and we'll have more witches than ever in downtown Beaver Dam at Fall Downtown Fest this year.
That is awesome. I think I saw Beetlejuice last year too, and they made
That
it
was-
far. Like, we
that
were
was
watching
amazing.
Them. Yeah,
That-
that was like
right.
timely too. Way to pay attention to what's going on and then just adapt to it.
Right.
They looked great.
Right. And
Yep.
if you want to get inspired, you can just head over to the Chamber Facebook page and watch the videos from last year and the photos. There are amazing photos the Chamber and team captured last year, drone footage. So you can really get a bird's eye view into the event and start thinking about what you want to do for this year's event.
It should be an awesome event. We're looking at that one in about a month and a half. The closest event that we did mention, the Wine Walk on September 20th. October 5th is the Craft and Vendor Market. October 26th is Fall Downtown Fest. And not too far away, the Holiday Parade for 2024 on Saturday, December 7th. Deanna, thanks so much for coming in today. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Kari. It was fun.
And I love the pumpkins. Those are awesome.
Awesome. We had to, right?
All
Thank
right,
you.
that was Deanna Springer of Downtown Beaver Dam Inc. Plenty of events to look forward to in the coming months as we roll into 2025. This is Hometown Today on your hometown station, 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
hometown station, 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
And welcome back to Hometown Today on your hometown station, 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. We are also streaming live on YouTube at Daily Dodge TV. So if you would like to see the visual version of this, or if you are into prep sports, we do have a pair of football games going on tonight on Daily Dodge TV. Just look exactly that up in the search queue in YouTube, Daily Dodge TV, 3 separate words. Hit subscribe, hit the bell notification, and you will be notified every single time that we do go live, which is quite a bit. Hometown Today is brought to you by McKinstry's Home Furnishing, celebrating 166 years in downtown Beaver Dam, and celebrating a Friday the 13th sale. A lot to be excited about at McKinstry's under that red awning. Make sure you pay them a visit today and today only for those deals. Also brought to you by Professional Floor Covering, your floor and so much more, at 713 Park Avenue in Beaver Dam. ProFLR.com, and the number to call, 920-887-9972. Thank you so much to Deanna Springer from Downtown Beaver Dam Inc. for previewing a variety of events going on in Beaver Dam in the next couple of months. We are now joined by Sam Hensler, ahead of Weiner and Kraut Day. Sam, you there?
Yeah, hey, it's actually Ben.
Ben, sorry about that.
For the Business Association. Sam's here with me, though. How's it going?
Perfect. Doing good. How are you guys?
Pretty good.
Awesome. So I'm seeing this event coming up in Waterloo. It's going to be downtown at Fireman's Park on September 12th through the 14th. Could you kind of just give us the broad overview, and then we'll ask you a couple questions about it?
Yeah, absolutely, man. So we've been doing this for 64 years. This is our Weiner and Kraut Day. So it's taking place tomorrow. It is a city-wide party. We've got 40-plus vendors coming to town, 65 garage sales, and we are slanging wieners and kraut. It's going to be delicious food, good weather, tons of fun activities, and it's a pretty fun historic event.
I'm seeing a lot of different performers. We've got Dorothy Fest volleyball, just plenty of things going on through that 3-day period. I'm going to put both of you on the spot here and just see in general, because I'm curious, how did this get its start, and then kind of how has it grown since year 1 up to year 64 now?
Yeah, great question. So in the summer of 1959, folks here in town wanted to get a fall festival together. So they paired with Van Holten's, which is a local company here, and Kress, to get some kraut and hot dogs together. And we had a free that first year in 1959, and we found that there was a lot of waste. So year number 2, we charged a nickel. And lo and behold, there was no waste. Everybody ate all their hot dogs. At its peak, I want to say maybe the 70s, we were auctioning off or raffling off cars. So it was a pretty big deal. We had about 15,000 people in the downtown area. They were coming up on Greyhounds from Chicago. In 2000, the park got involved. Now we have local bands. We've got baseball games. It's just a good time for everybody.
So it really has grown a lot since year 1. The 64th annual Weiner and Kraut Day in Waterloo, Wisconsin, not too far from here, downtown Fireman's Park, from September 12th through the 14th. How much planning goes into this? Obviously, it's more or less a well-oiled machine in terms of the recognition. People grow to understand that this is the time of year it's going to happen. But when it comes to outreaching for the bands and kind of putting everything together, when does that planning for example, the 65th annual Weiner and Kraut Day start?
Yeah, we'll probably take about a month off after the event to kind of heal our wounds, but it's a year-wide planning. Lots and lots of planning goes into this. It's brought to you by the Waterloo Business Association, and we have a lot of volunteers and a lot of people that work year-round.
I'm seeing a couple of different events here. So hot dog eating contest looks pretty self-explanatory. Dog parade, I think, as well. What is the hot dog toss?
Hot dog toss, you stand, you face your partner, you start tossing dogs, and you take a step back. Whoever can make it the furthest while completing the catch wins a prize.
So it's kind of like the water balloon thing where you want to make sure it doesn't pop, but this time just don't drop the hot dog and you're still in the contest there.
Absolutely, yep.
That is awesome. And then, well, I said the dog parade was self-explanatory, but I'm thinking we're just walking dogs. There's probably more to it than that. What does that look like, and the who, what, when, where on that part?
We've got a pretty awesome parade this year. A lot of floats signed up. The dogs, it used to be limited to wiener dogs, but since we've opened it up to all dog breeds.
Perfect stuff. And I am seeing as well, so we've got the food vendors, the live music, and a variety of performers as well. Any like notable names in the area here that people can look forward to, or kind of highlight performers that individuals should show up for, on top of it being the 64th annual Weiner and Kraut Day?
Yeah, definitely. Burning Sky Bands, awesome band. They're going to be right in our downtown bandstands, right downtown here. And then, of course, at the Fireman's Park, we've got a variety of different stages where bands will be playing all day, up until 8 p.m. with Granny Shot taking the stage. So it should be a fun time.
That is awesome. So we have Ben and then Sam Hensler on the line as well. I would be curious, too, with you guys, talking about the event and coming on and being big organizers of it. What does your day-to-day look like right now, as it's going on? And what does your day-to-day look like, in general with the prepping stages? What moves are you guys making to make sure that this ends up being a very successful event?
Sure, it's Sam here. We do a lot of planning. Right now we're just kind of delivering hot dogs where they need to be, delivering buns, all of that to just make sure that everything's ready for you guys and have some nice hot dogs day of.
Awesome stuff. And for those who want more information, like I've got the very helpful flyer here, but where can they go just to learn about when the different headliners are playing, the hot dog toss, the dog parade? They want to figure out the whole itinerary. Where's a good place for them to go?
Sure. We do a lot of advertising on our Facebook page. You can just follow Waterloo Business Association.
All right, Waterloo Business Association, the 64th annual Weiner and Kraut Day. Ben and Sam, anything else that I didn't highlight that you want to make sure individuals know about as this event continues today through tomorrow?
Yeah, so to get around the event, we have a tractor pulling people around between the Legion, which has a car show that goes on till 3 p.m. That's a really fun time to get your vintage car fixed. And that tractor will take you between downtown, the park, and that car show, which is huge for Waterloo.
Very nice, very convenient, and really a way to just get the whole community involved. Do you guys do counts now this time, or around this time of year, where you have an idea of how many are showing up per day or over the 3 days, or like a ballpark estimate at least?
Yeah, I'd say last year we probably had 6,000 or 7,000.
Oh, wow.
This year we're expecting the same, but the busiest volume is definitely going to be tomorrow. Tomorrow is the main event. It runs all day, and there are plenty of activities to do. It's just a big citywide party.
And obviously the weekend, too, so a lot more people probably off work being able to kind of plan around this event. Is that an all-time high? Like, has it been a pretty steady incline of, all right, this year we broke the record again, we're shooting for 8 next year? Is that kind of how it's been working?
We're building back. Waterloo has come a long way. We took a big hit a couple decades ago. We had a large manufacturer leave. But in its heyday, there were around 15,000 people here, and we're getting there, man. Like, I'd say we're about 6,000 or 7,000 at this point. Hopefully we get a better showing tomorrow.
Well, it sounds like you guys are doing a phenomenal job of promoting it. Again, it is going on today and tomorrow. Tomorrow, the big day, there's hot dog toss, there's a dog parade, there's plenty of music, Dorothy Fest volleyball. Sam and Ben, I do appreciate you guys coming on and promoting it and talking about the whole event.
Well, thanks for having us.
Thank you.
All right, I hope you both have an awesome day. Thanks very much.
You too.
All right, so that was Sam and Ben, Sam Hensler, talking about the Downtown and Fireman's Park event that is going on right now from September 12th through the 14th. A variety of bands. I can go through some of these that you can expect to listen to in downtown Waterloo. There is the Waterloo City Band at 10 o'clock. From 11 until 2, there is a high-energy mobile DJ. The legendary hot dog toss, which I think is awesome. I feel like I'd be pretty good at that. That is at 1 p.m. At 3 p.m., the dog parade. There's a chance for vintage cars to get some work done as well. Granny Shot at 8, another musical performance. And that is going on in Waterloo, Wisconsin, today and tomorrow. Tomorrow, the big event. Expect to see 6,000 to 7,000 others by the time that is done. 15K in its heyday. That's pretty impressive. A quick reminder that Hometown Today is brought to you in part by McKinstry's Home Furnishings. Year after year, McKinstry's has celebrated each and every Friday the 13th with an incredible sale. Today, that tradition does continue. At McKinstry's Home Furnishings in downtown Beaver Dam, get incredible savings on every item in every department with savings of up to 80% off. For example, a Lazy Boy recliner for only $313. You can get a reclining sofa for only $913. Sofas, recliners, mattresses, dining sets, area rugs, decorative accessories, and more, all on sale for the 13th. That is today. Please take advantage of free layaway and no interest financing until March. Make 13 your lucky number today only. The Friday the 13th sale featuring sensational savings at McKinstry's Home Furnishings. Also brought to you by, of course, Randy and his team over there at Professional Floor Covering, your floor, and so much more, right off of Park Avenue, 713 Park Avenue to be exact, in Beaver Dam. ProFLR.com is their website, 920-887-9972, the number to call. Kitchen designs, you can draw it up and look at it. You can be your own interior designer, and then Randy and his team, the experts, are there to be that guiding light to make sure that you get your dream kitchen, your dream shower, your dream interior design scheme, especially when it comes to the floor plan. And they also have Pro Edge Sharpening, a division of Professional Floor Covering. This is pretty cool. You can sharpen anything with an edge, so think your scissors, your knives, your saw blades, mower blades, any yard work utensils. You can sharpen it instead of tossing it and spending a pretty penny to buy a new one. You've got commercial and personal tools. Pro Edge Sharpening Services, also at 713 Park Avenue. That is going to be in Suite D. And again, 920-887-8341. And online at proedge.com. We've got a couple more minutes before we hit the break here. And I want to bring my producer, Wally Lukashinsky, in to just talk about this Weiner and Kraut Day that we had Sam Hensler and Ben as well on for. Wally, if you're there, have you ever heard of a hot dog toss before? That was a pretty interesting bullet point that stuck out to me.
No, that was a very interesting bullet point, and I will give you a heads up, Corey. I don't have headphones, so I'll be flipping back and forth for you. But I will say, I think you and I could dominate a hot dog toss.
I was just about to say, that feels something like we'd be pretty good at. I know we were throwing the football, the pigskin around the other day, and I'm like, you know what? Like, how far back do you think we can go? Are we talking like, I'm thinking yards, right? 10 yards feels easy. 15, 20. Can we get, is 25 where it starts to get dicey?
It's funny you say that. 25, 30 yards, that range was exactly the number I had in my mind.
That's phenomenal. So hot dog toss, again, I've done the water balloon toss before. I used to do it with my little brother all the time, and then you get to a certain distance, and, you know, I think the strategy there, right, is to make sure that you kind of absorb the impact, bring the hands down, but at a certain point, I would just chuck the water balloon at him. So, Wally, I wouldn't do that to you with a hot dog, but I think we'd have a chance at winning, buddy.
Oh, I completely agree. I just make sure I have a bunch of condiments on it before I throw it at you.
Get the relish on me, the kraut, of course. It's only appropriate for that event. So, again, the Weiner and Kraut Day going on today and tomorrow in Waterloo, Wisconsin. Plenty to look forward to there on top of phenomenal music all day long. The hot dog toss at 1 p.m., the dog parade at 3 p.m., Dorothy Fest volleyball at 9 in the morning. Saturday only, the beer gardens are open from 8 a.m. until 12:30 p.m. Downtown McKay Beer Garden open from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. A lot to do, an event of 6,000 to 7,000, and we have a lot to look forward to in the 10 o'clock hour here on Hometown Today. This is Hometown Today on your hometown station, 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
From Beaver Dam Lake to Horicon Marsh and everywhere in between, we're talking about what's important in your hometown. This is Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
Welcome back. Happy Friday, and welcome to the 10 o'clock hour here on Hometown Today on your hometown station, 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. We are brought to you by McKinstry's Home Furnishings. Year after year, McKinstry's has celebrated each and every Friday the 13th with an incredible sale. You can look forward to getting discounts on sofas, recliners, mattresses. We have dining sets, area rugs, decorative accessories, and more, all on sale. Make 13 your lucky number. Today only, the Friday the 13th sale featuring sensational savings at McKinstry's Home Furnishings and celebrating 166 years in beautiful, historic downtown Beaver Dam, as well as professional floor coverings, your floor and so much more. 713 Park Avenue, Randy and his team. I've got Roger to my right here. I'm like previewing already. Randy and his team will take care of you, as well as with Pro Edge Sharpening. They can take care of anything with an edge as opposed to you having to throw it out. And another reminder, we will be hosting a celebration of life for Bill McCullum today, September 13th, from 4 p.m. until 7 p.m. at the American Legion in Beaver Dam. The public is more than welcome to come and join us. You will be able to view the private services for Uncle Bill in about 4 hours here, so that's going to be on dailydodge.com or Daily Dodge TV. It'll be uploaded as a video at 2 p.m. Today, so that is something to look forward to as well. In the 10 o'clock hour, we will have Anita and Roger Noll previewing a variety of events that will be happening in and around the Beaver Dam Community Library. That and much more coming up here on Hometown Today, your hometown station, 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
Hi, this is Randy, owner of Professional Floor Covering, and you're listening to Hometown Today on your hometown station, 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
And welcome back to Hometown Today on your hometown station, 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. We are also live streaming on Daily Dodge TV. And I am very happy to welcome into the Daily Dodge TV studios. We have historian Roger Noll and we have Anita from the Beaver Dam Community Library. How are you both doing today?
Very
great.
well.
Thanks for having us.
Awesome. Thank you guys for stopping in. A lot of events to look forward to. One that sticks out right away is going to be on Tuesday, September 17th. It'll be a history of downtown Beaver Dam's businesses and commerce going from 6 p.m. until 8 p.m. It is free admission. All ages are welcome to attend. Lower level of the library, elevator accessible. That is where it will be with light refreshments provided. Roger, just kind of a synopsis on what you're going to be diving into there without giving up too much, of course.
Well, I don't mind giving up too much.
Oh, sure, yeah.
So we're going to look at the development of downtown from the very first picture that was taken in like 1854.
Wow.
Right up to, I take you through the 70s.
Okay.
Because that's when there was a downturn in the downtown. You know, that's when Shopco went out at Park Village Shopping Mall, and the other shopping mall opened up, and Kmart and Walmart and all those kind of stores came in. And there was an exodus from the downtown to the big shopping malls.
I'm interested when it comes to looking at the history of Beaver Dam in general, but especially with the commerce and business history. Where are you looking? Like, where are you diving in to find out, you know, this was the first picture, these developments happened here, to kind of give us that timeline from the 1850s until the 70s?
Well, I think you have to look at basically the histories of Beaver Dam, and the basic history is the 1941 Centennial Book. And that just basically tells you everything that happened up to that time point, and then there's one subsequent to that also. Then you go and you look at what photographs are available, and there are tons of photographs. And by the time I'm done with this, by the way, this is a repeat of a previous program that I put on, and we're doing it again because we had some people at our last presentation that came up and asked for it to be done again. So just to remind you that if you've seen this, maybe you might not, but there will be new stuff.
Yeah.
And it's been almost 10 years.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been a bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been almost
So we
10
might
years.
even need a refresher. Like, even if
Right.
you went to that one from around the 2014 area, like you said, there's new additions.
Right. We're always finding new photographs that help explain the development. But I mean, it was a wonderful downtown. When I was a kid, it was the place to be.
I have to say, my family's from Fox Lake, and that was a place to be. You would come from, you know, not just from people in Beaver Dam, but people from around the area would come.
And as much as the downtown has really seen a revitalization in the past few years, I still think it's kind of like what I call a chore downtown, where you say, okay, I have to go to McKinstry's.
Yeah.
So you go to McKinstry's and then you go home. But when I was a kid, you didn't say I was going to McKinstry's. You said, I'm going downtown. Mm-hmm. And then you just go from store to store to store, and just have a great time. And like the Friday nights were just amazing. Just the lights and the cars. You couldn't find a parking space, and it was just a wonderful place to be.
So you're finding like more reasons just to get into that area as opposed to, well, I've got to go pick this up or fix this table or go grocery shopping. So I'll be downtown, but I'm not going downtown to just be there. I have to get something done, and then it's point A to point B, back to A.
That's the way I
Right.
feel it is now, and it's getting better.
Yeah.
For that, but yeah, when I was a kid, it was not. I'm going downtown, and
Yeah.
I'm going to be there. And Mom, I'll be back at 5:00
For dinner?
and my destination was to just hit as many stores, and maybe go to the YMCA that was right next door, go to the library That was right downtown. And,
People might not remember where the YMCA was.
oh, the YMCA is where the police.
Really?
Right.
Okay. When did that change happen, I guess?
Maybe about 20 years ago.
Okay, gotcha.
I think about 20 years ago. It was originally just a house.
Okay.
It was owned by Meta Newton, if you remember Newton and Wentz, a wonderful old department store here in town, and the property was then donated to the city for use as a YMCA. And then in 1960, that's when they built the what I call the modern YMCA, but obviously it's not anymore. And then that was a wonderful place. You could just ride your bicycle down there, and it was quite wonderful.
That's pretty cool stuff. So I see here, like, you mentioned a couple significant events that kind of transformed downtown in the about 120-year period that you're going to be covering. What are some other ones that really, kind of pushed it through that timeline?
Well, probably one of the biggest events were the fires of the 1860s, where it totally destroyed the downtown twice, and they had to rebuild. Unfortunately, they didn't learn from the first one because they were all wooden structures.
Yep.
And once one went up, they all went up, and then they rebuilt, but they rebuilt again
with wood.
Which 4 years later, the whole side, the north side of Front Street goes up. Then finally they got smart, and they passed a law that said you could only build with brick or stone on Front Street.
There we go. Yeah. Last thing you need is to make that mistake a third time. And then we're retelling the history of that. Any people stories that you kind of want to touch on when it comes to the history of downtown Beaver Dam, when it comes to businesses and commerce?
Well, there are a lot of people who, made a big difference. One of the great stories is the butcher Cockshull, who was one of the soldiers that hung the Lincoln conspirators. He actually hung the woman. Which is, I believe, was the only woman that's ever been hung for traitor.
Oh, wow.
For being a traitor. I should add, one of the new things I am going to add is a little tribute to Uncle Bill.
Oh, that's awesome.
I have quite a few things. I was a DJ here at WBEV in the summer of 1974.
Were you really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uncle Bill and John Moser, they were just so kind and nice to me, and John Klinger. I have very fond memories of being here.
So 74, that would have been about like 10-ish years into Bill's tenure here.
Yep.
That is awesome. Any memories that you have from your summer here?
Oh.
That you want to share? Yeah, I don't want to put you on the spot, but.
Well, okay, here's my favorite story. It's the one where I almost got fired.
Oh. That's usually how good stories start.
So when you would come in, and I always worked the weekends, worked Saturday and Sunday.
Okay.
And I came in, and there was an announcement that the racetrack over in Columbus, Speedway 151, that it was closed because they had put the wrong type of surface on the track.
Sure. Okay.
The wrong type of asphalt. And so because it was coming up that night, you had to make that announcement like every half an hour. And so, basically you just say, I'm sorry, but currently the races tonight have been canceled because they have placed the wrong asphalt on the track.
Sure.
And I had this joke in my head, and I knew I couldn't. And back then, you couldn't say anything whatsoever. So finally, just at the very end, I said, "Well, I'm sorry, folks. I'm really sorry. I guess the track is. You're not going to be able to see the races over in Columbus tonight. Unfortunately, they put the wrong asphalt on the track." And I said, I wonder whose asphalt that was.
How quickly did the stern talking to happen after you said that?
If you know anything about radio, if you're on the air for the telephone, there would be a light, it was basically a light bulb, and it would flash.
Sure.
And when they wanted to go, and because the owner at the time was John Klinger.
Okay.
And he listened to it all the time. Mm-hmm. And I thought, oh, look, where's that light? Where's that light? And, nobody heard it. And I didn't, nobody even told me about,
Oh.
I didn't even get a talking to. But
is this the first time you've revealed this publicly?
Oh, no. Okay. I've told this story
I didn't
before,
want to out you.
But I'm pretty sure that if it would have been heard by one of the upper ups, that...
See ya.
Yeah.
So you were just staring at that light going, all right, any second now, my tenure here is going to be history. That's awesome stuff. So you do have a presentation coming up at the Beaver Dam Community Library. That's going to be next Tuesday, September 17th from 6 p.m. until 8 p.m. It'll be in the basement, elevator accessibility is going to be there. You'll be covering the business and commerce history of the Beaver Dam area from around the 1850s all the way up until the 1970s, and some significant events that affected downtown. You've shared a couple of people stories as well. Any other new elements? I know you're saying you're refreshing this from about 10 years ago that people might be looking forward to if they were at that first presentation.
Well, I picked up some new photographs of downtown in about the 1950s.
Sure.
Which is nice because that's really its heyday, the 50s and 60s. So that would be nice. And it's got a lot of, and those pictures have a lot of people in them. So I mean, somebody in the audience will say, "Oh, there's Uncle Fred" or something like that. And so that's what's always nice about those kind of photographs. For instance, I picked up one of Newton and Wen's, where all of the people are in front.
Oh, neat.
Oh, wow.
And it's really cool. And if you lived in this town for most of your life, which I have, I mean, you really recognize those people. I mean, you say, oh, I know who that is.
Uh-huh.
I know who that is. And so that's what really, I think, makes these presentations come alive for these people, because it is something that they have experienced. And it's that, oh, I remember that. It was so great, or geez, that was terrible when that happened, or those are the things that will be added.
All right. So more vivid memories of I recognize that person or that.
And I should say, I have. It's going to be about 450 photographs.
Awesome. Okay.
So it's very extensive. I mean, it covers every portion of its history, and I also just at the very end, I go up, Madison Street, and I go up Center Streat, and I go up Spring Street, all the way out, and I go out Park Avenue all the way out, just in the 60s and 70s. So you get to see, how the retail business kind of just expanded in that time period.
Okay, so a lot more in the retail realm. Are there any businesses that you can identify? Because I'm still pretty new here. I moved here a little over a year ago to the date, that have stuck in their location for a long period of time, or ones that stick out where you're like, well, in the 30s they were here, and in the 40s they were here, and they're moving around for one reason or another? Any businesses that stick out there?
Well, of course, McKinstry's.
McKinstry's, yep.
But a lot of people don't realize that that's not the first place where McKinstry's was.
Oh, really? Okay.
It was, if you know that Interquest gaming site?
Yes.
Used to be the Farmers State Bank. That parking lot that's right next to it, that's where McKinstry's first building was.
Oh.
And then a few years later, they moved to Front Street.
So, right, the parking lot kind of behind it if you're on Spring Street?
Not behind, well,
behind it,
yeah, if you're on Spring Street.
I guess, yeah, depending on where you're coming from, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Interesting. So that was the original location. Did they just make one move, and now they've been...
They've been, and then, of course, they bought that building next door to theirs Actually, John told me that he bought that like in the 70s, I guess.
Okay. Well, speaking of McKinstry's Home Furnishings, we're going to step aside and take a break, and we will have Sandy from McKinstry's on the line for a few minutes when we come back. This is Hometown Today, presented to you by Pro Floor Covering, your floor and so much more, and McKinstry's Home Furnishings, a Friday the 13th sale that we will preview with Sandy when we come back on your hometown station, 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
professional floor covering, bringing together friends and neighbors on Hometown Today on your hometown station, 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
And welcome back to Hometown Today on your hometown station, 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. Brought to you in part by Pro Floor Covering, Your Floor, and so much more. And McKinstry's Home Furnishings. We do have Sandy on the line. Sandy, am I allowed to say happy Friday the 13th, or is that bad luck?
You can say happy Friday the 13th.
Okay, perfect. Well, you guys are making it more of a lucky event. There's a huge sale going on at McKinstry's today on a day that, some people might have some superstitions about. You're giving people an opportunity to take advantage of a lot of discounts there.
Yes, we are. It is a store-wide sale. And actually, every Friday the 13th, we have had a store-wide sale as long as I've been here, so for 40 years going strong.
Oh, wow.
And, of course, all those years, I still remember Uncle Bill saying in the morning, put a potato in your pocket for good luck. So if you're concerned about bad superstitions today, get that potato, put it in your pocket, and Uncle Bill will say that will help you.
We do have a celebration of life at the American Legion here in Beaver Dam for Uncle Bill from 4 to 7, and there are potatoes there. So there's going to be an opportunity for that.
That is great.
That is awesome stuff. So, Sandy, I'm seeing, when it comes to what individuals can get discounts on if they go down and visit McKinstry celebrating 166 years, which is very impressive, in beautiful, historic downtown Beaver Dam, it doesn't really stop anywhere. Sofas, recliners, mattresses, regardless of someone's needs, they're going to likely find a deal for something that they're looking for.
They really are. I've just got a few things here that I'll highlight, but it is a store-wide sale, so of course there's way too many things to talk about on the air. But we do have area rugs, approximately 5 foot by 7 foot for $93.13. Sofas starting at $813. Reclining sofas starting at $913. And rocker recliners starting at $313. The reclining product is all made by Lazy Boy, so that's definitely a high-quality type of stuff, okay? And it's up to 80% off store-wide.
That is awesome stuff. I'm thinking back to the beginning of this. So you said since you've been there for 40 years, do you know the origin of this idea, or who thought of it to go, you know what, Friday the 13th, we're gonna flip the script here and make it so that people can look forward to it, maybe not be scared of it, and get a discount on something they're looking for?
I believe it was something that John McKinstry came up with, and I'm not sure if he saw the idea somewhere else or not, but it's just something they have been doing here for years, way before my time.
That is awesome. Does the sale switch up, or are people usually able to get the same awesome deal of savings up to 80% off on almost everything?
Well, depending which item you're looking at. Some things are, less and some things are more. It just depends on what you're looking at. But it is a store-wide sale, and everything has been marked down.
All right. And Sandy, when can people come to visit you guys today to take advantage of this Friday the 13th sale that's been living for over 40 years?
We are open till 5:30 tonight.
All right, open until 5:30 tonight, and you can show up with a potato in your pocket. It will not give you an extra discount, but it will give you some luck, per Uncle Bill's words. Sandy, you're also one of the stops on the wine tour coming up.
Yes, so next Friday is the wine tour, and it is such a fun event. It's neat to see all the people walking downtown and stuff, and everybody just has a really good time. So gather your crew together, get some tickets at the chamber, and enjoy a great night out in Beaver Dam.
I was talking with someone from the Downtown Beaver Dam Inc., and she was telling me in general that McKinstry's is always such a great stop for the holiday parade. Everyone's kind of walking through by there, they see your red awning. We're broadcasting from there. And McKinstry's is in such a good spot downtown. We have Roger Noll here as well, kind of talking about the history of downtown. You guys are in the heart of it. If there's an event going on, whether it be a wine tour, Friday the 13th, where you're doing a sale, McKinstry's is always involved in some way.
Oh, yes, we try to be involved with everything. And, if you need to know anything about Beaver Dam, Roger Noll is your guy.
Thank you, Sandy.
I was going to say,
You're
you're taking that compliment with a smile.
Well, so stop on down today. We're here till 5:30, and don't forget the wine tour next Friday.
All right, everybody, make sure that you visit Sandy and her team until 5:30 today to take advantage of that Friday the 13th sale. And then, yes, the wine tour exactly a week from today. Also another chance to go in and meet that friendly staff. Sandy, thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You as well. You as well. Happy Friday the 13th. I'm going to say that.
You.
I'm going to say that too much today, and something bad's going to happen. So
No,
I better find a potato.
All good.
All right. Thank you, Sandy.
Okay.
All right, that was Sandy McKinstry. Again, the Friday the 13th sale, up to 80% off on a variety of items. We're talking sofas, recliners, mattresses, dining sets, area rugs, decorative accessories, and more. To find out what the more is, go and visit her between now and 5:30 and get to know that friendly team and see what you need that might be a little cheaper than you otherwise would expect. We will step aside for a break and then talk more about Roger Noll's upcoming event at the Beaver Dam Community Library, as well as more events going on in the library in the coming months. This is Hometown Today on your hometown station, 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
It's Randy from Professional Floor Covering, bringing you Hometown Today on your hometown station, 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
And welcome back to Hometown Today on your hometown station, 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. We are brought to you by Professional Floor Covering, your floor and so much more. Randy and his team over there at 713 Park Avenue in Beaver Dam can be reached at proflr.com or at this number, 920-887-9972. You can get the kitchen redone. You can draw it up so that you are able to physically look at the blueprint, and then Randy and his team of experts will provide you as that guiding light. And, of course, at McKinstry's Home Furnishings, the Friday the 13th sale. Stop on over and visit Sandy and her team between now and 5:30 to take advantage of a variety of discounts. And as Sandy said, nobody knows Beaver Dam history like our very own Roger Noll, who is here to my right. We also have Anita Strike from the Beaver Dam Community Library. A lot of events to look forward to with the Community Library. But, Roger, you wanted to bring up that you have a video prepared that covers a pretty large span of time for downtown Beaver Dam.
I don't have it prepared yet.
Or not yet. You will. My bad.
Yeah, I'm really busy this weekend. My parochial grade school, St. Patrick's, is having a reunion, and I'm kind of running it. So all those guys that have just come into Beaver Dam, hi guys. Yeah, it's been 56 years.
Wow.
So the first thing Monday.
It's not ready yet. Don't ask him. I just did.
I hope, and I believe I can get a video of downtown in the 20s, 30s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and maybe 90s.
Okay.
I mean, it's just going to be snippets, but yeah, you'll be able to relive and see what it was like.
That kind of gives people a glimpse of that time period. And then, Roger, we were talking in between the break here about Fall Downtown Fest that is coming up on October 26th. Main events are from 10 to 3, but it's really an all-day ordeal. You will be there from around 10 to 4.
Yep. I'll be there with the Monarch Calliope, playing away. We'll be right behind the American National Bank, and next to McKinstry's Cardboard Maze. If they have that this year. I take it that they will. They have every year. So.
I like it. I like it a lot. There's the corn maze. I've never done a cardboard maze before, so maybe I'll have to give that a shot.
You got to get down on your hands and knees.
Oh, more for kids. All right, I'm gonna have to crawl through it. I'll get stuck and destroy the box. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Yeah, we do have Roger Noll here ahead of his presentation at the Beaver Dam Community Library. He'll be talking about the history of downtown Beaver Dam's businesses and commerce background. That is on Tuesday, September 17th. Between 6 and 8 p.m. It is free admission. All ages are welcome. It'll be in the lower level of the library. Elevator accessibility is there. Light refreshments provided for the free event. And a lot of events coming up at the Beaver Dam Community Library. We do have Anita Strike here. A couple more seasonal that you were mentioning before.
Right. To talk about the Fall Downtown Fest, our Miss Sam, our youth services librarian, she's going to do the spooky story time at 10:30. That day, and that's at the library. And then an hour after that at 11:30, she's going to do faux taxidermy insects, and they're so cool. I'm not working that day. I might even come and try it.
I was going to say, what does that kind of look like then? Are they making
she did.
I
think she did a cockroach even. And she painted it gold, and there's on a black plate. It's really cool.
Is that the first time you guys are doing something like that, or is there usually something festive going on?
We always have something, but the taxidermy insects are something new.
That is pretty cool. I see Craft Club is on the horizon as well. Connect and Play. What's Craft Club?
Craft Club, we have that each month, and there's something new each month. It's on a Thursday at 10 a.m. I guess that one's coming up. September 26th is salt painting. So we have canvases, and you're going to use salt and colors to make a interesting picture. So this is geared for all ages and ability. So it can be whoever's free at 10 a.m. on Thursdays. And then in October, we're going to do fall luminaries.
Ooh, that sounds fun. What are luminaries? That's a new word for me.
Luminaries are lights. I'm assuming they're going to be paper lights.
That's pretty cool. The salt painting, how do you get that to stick? Is there going to be I guess the paint would help it stick.
I think you put glue and salt, and then coloring.
Okay. And then the
Yeah.
story times are coming from someone from the library. Are other people welcome to bring their own, or is it more of a sit, listen, and try not to be
No,
scared?
story times are geared towards younger
Sure.
families and caregivers of young ones that want to hear stories. And our own Miss Sam, she's our youth services librarian. She's going to start her fall story time series starting on the 16th, which is next Monday.
Awesome. So that's a great way to kind of wind up for Fall Downtown Fest and all the festivities going there. What is Connect and Play? I see that's starting October 14th, and it's going for a while, all the way until May 12th.
Right. And this is new, and this is also a Miss Sam program, and it's co-sponsored by the Dodge County Human Services Department. And it's a way to talk, read, and play for kids to develop with their caregivers. Yeah, time to connect and play and learn.
What does that early age group kind of look like? Is that like infant to 3, infant to 4?
I think it's preschool age.
I'm seeing babies,
Yeah.
toddlers,
Yeah.
preschool. Okay.
Yeah.
And then I'm seeing mid-October, there is History of Dodge County Cheesemaking. That sounds a lot of fun.
Right. So I was helping this man. He's a cheese historian. Look up different information on cheese history of Dodge County, and he has been collecting cheese history of Monroe County, like all over Wisconsin. He's based out of the Dane County area, but he had a considerable amount of information on Dodge County cheese houses and cheese making history. So he's coming it's part of our Science Fest. There's a Wisconsin Science Festival going on in October, and that's going to be our offering because they're focusing on agriculture this year.
Maddie Horn's dad was a cheesemaker.
Right, I have
Really?
a picture. Look, see?
And
Yeah.
and
That's
Maddie took some cheese to give to the President of the United States.
Are you serious?
Yep. So,
Holy cow. That's pretty cool.
Maddie Horn was a U.S. Olympic speed skater from Beaver Dam.
No way.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Anyway, that program is going to be on October 15th at 6 p.m.
All right.
And there'll also be cheese tasting
Let's go.
after the presentation.
It would not be Wisconsin if we didn't have cheese tasting.
For sure.
I'm seeing those with historical information, photos, and stories to share can also contact Paul at pvass, so VASS at charter.net. So kind of a collaborative effort. If someone has something that they can share and kind of use to contribute to the whole thing, they're
Sure.
welcome to do it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And then I'm also seeing Fiber Crafters Social coming up. That starts in 8 days.
Right. So this is an ongoing program as well, and it's a time for fiber crafters, knitters, crocheters, embroidery, rug hooking, just to get together and socialize with each other. You bring projects to work on. It's every month on a Saturday.
And then you gave me a variety of awesome flyers here, and the one that just stuck out and
right.
drew me in, Bizarre History of Wisconsin.
Right. So Chad Lewis, he's kind of folklorist and a paranormal researcher. We've had him at the library before,
Okay.
and he just has amazing stories about everything strange, bizarre. He's done ghost programs. So he's going to combine a lot of those stories from hunting vampires in Transylvania to tracking the Loch Ness Monster and Wisconsin ghost stories as well.
Okay, yeah, the name I should say the title paranormal researcher for over 30 years. That stuck out to me right away. Roger, is Beaver Dam haunted?
No.
Is the station haunted? Because I was here a couple months ago.
They always say that the old library is haunted.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Yeah, they've done some readings in there by researchers.
I mean, I was there for years and years and years, and I never saw anything. So.
The first couple weeks I was at the station, I came back to grab some supplies for a high school sports event, and this is not going to go in like any paranormal area, but I did think it was kind of weird at first because I didn't realize it. I'm grabbing like supplies, and all of a sudden, like, I hear like very, very faint voices. I'm like, what the heck? So I go down the hall, they get louder and louder. It was the radio. So I was like, it's constant. Like, it's not just like whispering or anything like that. It's not changing tone. I think I hear a music bed, and then I get closer to the studio, and I'm like, oh, you idiot. So that was like 2 weeks in. It's pretty tired, kind of running on fumes, and I'm like, am I hearing what I think I'm hearing? And the answer was no. So.
Anita, you wanted to mention the history
Oh, right. As we were talking about
Yep.
kind of where Roger got his information, we also have a lot of those history books at the library.
Including mine.
Right, of course. Both of his, the postcard book and the 41.
And the mayor book.
And the mayor book as well. And then we recently digitized all of our newspaper microfilm, and that's available on newspapers.com, and you can search that for free in the library, or if you have a newspapers.com subscription, you're able to access all of the Beaver Dam Library digitized collection.
Oh, that's pretty awesome. So if someone's interested in the history of Beaver Dam, whether it be in the commerce and business realm, obviously they can go to the event on September
Right.
17th. But if they want to do some of their own research and kind of find out what there is out there, learn about a certain business or learn about any aspect of the town, there's a lot of resources at the library itself.
Yeah, we even have old phone books,
Oh,
city
wow.
directories, old maps.
That's pretty cool stuff. And I'm also seeing something coming up. This is a great flyer. The Back to the Future costume fundraiser. That's going to be a couple weeks before Halloween.
Right. So we are in a capital campaign to raise some funds to renovate the library right now. The next chapter is kind of the theme for our fundraising, and we're going to have a costume fundraiser that's on October 19th from 5 to 8 p.m. at Uga Brewery. And people can enter. $5 will enter you in for different prizes, or you can register a group if you have like a group theme for $20. And all those funds are going to go towards our renovation project. And winners will be announced at 7:30 p.m.
That's a great cause and a very fun event. And I almost gave it up earlier. I'm not going to, but we are in the casket races again this year at the station, and we already have our theme picked out. Costumes are here. Maybe our producer, Wally Lukashinsky, will go to the costume fundraiser and he'll compete. We've got a lot of candidates here. We've got the wardrobe all set, so that might be a possibility.
We love it. Yeah.
We'll have to send a representative.
19th. Yeah.
That's an awesome idea. Is that the first time, I know like this capital campaign is relatively new to try and renovate the library.
Right.
Is that the first time you've done a fundraiser like this? Or let's see who's got the best dress up?
This is the first time. I think it'll be really exciting.
Yeah, so $5 a person, $20 a group up to 5 people, $1 per pint or 12-ounce pour goes to the library fund. And then themes are encouraged, but you're not limited to literary or cinema characters. And then, as you said, winners announced at 7:30, can register upon arrival. So you don't have to worry about doing it way ahead of time. And then you alluded to this before, Anita, but the Wisconsin Science Festival.
Right. So the Wisconsin Science Festival is an event that's going on all over Wisconsin, and we've been a part of it at least 10 years in some way or form. This year, it's focusing on agriculture and what agriculture is giving back to the world, not just Wisconsin, but how we're connected to the world. So Miss Sam is going to do a special ag story time with cows, and then she's going to have sensory bins after that. And that's on Monday, October 14th. And she has one in the morning. It's from 9:30 to 10:30, and then an afternoon story time from 1 to 1:30.
Very nice. What are sensory bins?
Sensory bins are, she puts different things in a bin, and kids can touch them and feel them, so they'll be different, like activating different senses. I think she has some that you can smell, or just different tactile things. So it helps to develop kids' senses.
That's a pretty cool idea. And obviously, we just went through a ton of events here. That obviously implies that there's a lot going on at the library, including Roger Noll's presentation on the 17th. If someone wants to get involved at the library, attend these, where can they find you and all those details?
We're at 311 North Spring Street. We have a new and improved website, and it's www.beaverdamlibrary.org. We're also on social media, Facebook and Instagram.
And if you have a question,
come in the library.
I mean, and don't just look at those books on that shelf and say this is where everything is. Go up and ask Anita. I mean, she's a great resource, and she'll help you find whatever you need to know.
Absolutely. If they go, which Roger Noll book is the best? You'll be
right. No, I'm the researcher, one of the researchers there. So yes, I definitely help people with their research.
That is awesome to know. So, Roger, you've got your event coming up on the 17th. Another just quick elevator pitch on all the details there and how people can get involved and attend.
Yeah, just show up 6 o'clock Tuesday. You'll have some cookies and some
Doors
drinks.
will open a little sooner.
Yeah,
than that.
usually about 5:30. We usually open them up.
Okay.
It may go on kind of long this time.
That's what I was thinking.
We'll probably get you out of there maybe about 8 o'clock, I would guess.
Oh, I like it. So, as you said before, you did this presentation about 10 years ago, so it's going to be most of that information and then everything you've gathered in the decades since. So it should be a very in-depth presentation.
Yeah, and you know, things just come to mind, and so it may be a little bit different than it was the first time too, because my head doesn't work exactly normally. So
and
can relate to that.
People there bring their own stories.
Oh, sure.
Too.
Good.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Well, that's always nice to just get different perspectives and, you know, get the lay of the land of what does the history of Beaver Dam look like. And again, for those interested, that is going to be next Tuesday, September 17th at 6 o'clock p.m. Beaver Dam Community Library basement.
From Margazan to
Elevator
Marshall, Fox
accessibility
Lake to Fall River,
is going to be
Watertown,
there,
Little
and
Pond,
Roger Noll will be
everywhere in
presenting.
between.
It's going to be
We're
a
talking about
huge
what's important
collaborative
in
effort.
your
So,
life.
Roger, Anita, thank you both so much for coming in and previewing the event and everything else going on at the library coming up.
Thank you so much.
All right. I appreciate you both. Hometown Today is brought to you by McKinstry's Home Furnishings. They are celebrating their Friday the 13th sale. You can get everything pretty much in there on a discount. Visit Sandy and her team between now and 5:30, as well as Pro Floor covering your floor, and so much more. Folks, have a phenomenal weekend. Again, celebration of life for our very own Bill McCullum from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. We will see you on Monday. This is Hometown Today on your hometown station, 95.3 WBEV.